welcome to the Daily Creative Challenges in Adobe Illustrator. My name is Julia Masalska and I'm your host for this and the upcoming week. We have been working on typography challenges together and I'm super amazed and stoked to see all of the amazing results that you are posting into our Discord channel. So if you are just joining us, yes, happy Friday, Jack. Thank you so much, and everybody else for joining. We have Wade, Andreas, Megan, Fabio, Katarina is here, and Jody. Come say hi in the chat, don't be shy. We are here to answer questions, so this is what the live chat is for. And by the way, if you're tuning in from YouTube, make sure to head over to be.net/live. This is where I'm going to be reading your comments and questions and all of the amazing things that you want to write to us. Again, if you are new here, make sure to join us on bit.ly/AI Discord. This is where you can join our community. This is where you can post your artwork that you are going to be creating today. And I promise this challenge is going to be super easy and it's going to be a breath of fresh air for your Friday. So you'll be able to jump into your Friday right away and not spend too much time on today's challenge. So, my friends, let's jump right into this, and I'm gonna introduce you to the Daily Creative Challenge page on behance.net/challenge/illustrator. This is where you can see our challenge of today, April 2nd. We are going to be creating a social media post, and this is going to be super easy, I'm telling you. Today we're going to be designing and exporting a shareable quote using the Type on the Path tool. Here, when you click Get Started, you'll be able to get the starter file that I'm going to be showing you right now and in a second. And this is our Discord channel. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you can join us and you can submit your artwork. Look at this. This is really amazing artwork here by Marie, customizing or designing a letter. So this looks great. We have another poster from yesterday. Very nice. This is already today's challenge, my friends, and today's challenge is super easy. So join us here, and at the challenge hashtag right here where it says feedback and challenge, this is where you can submit today's challenge. Another way to submit today's challenge is post it on your social media, because it's going to be a social media post. As you can see, this is what it looks like, and this is going to be a ready to post. And if you post it anywhere on social media, make sure to use the hashtag AI Daily Challenge. This is how we can kind of see all of our work. And if you post it, also feel free to tag me in it. This is my Instagram, Julia Masalska. Make sure to follow me and tag me in your post, and I'll definitely take a look and give you some feedback in your work. All right, so today's challenge, we're going to be designing this amazing social media post with the Type on the Path tool. So let's quickly jump into the Type on the Path tool and what it can do. So literally it can, create path, type along any kind of path that you're creating. So it can be a square. Let's say I'm creating a square and now I want to create a type that's along my square. I can go into my type settings, into the type tool, and click on Type on a Path. This is what we are going to be working with today, Type on a Path tool. And now once I'm clicking on this path, which is our square right now, I'm able to see that Illustrator already created text that's arranged along this path with our lorem ipsum. So now I'm just going to remove this, and we can create some really cool stuff like, just type something out, quote, Command C, Command V, Command V, Command V, Command V, Command V. And now I'm going to select it all by double clicking on it, and I'm going into my properties panel and I'm going and selecting a larger typeface. So as you can see now, my font has been distributed along the path, and the path is our rectangle. Now we have other additional elements like these two lines, and these two lines determine where our text begins and where it ends. So right now I can move the beginning of my text, and I can also move the end of my text. So I can move this part here, and then we'll see that some of our text will not be shown anymore because we determined, hey, this is where you stop. This is where I don't want no text, right? So that, and then we also have this other line that determines the middle of our path. So it's basically the middle line that's exactly in the middle of our path. Now we can not only create type on the path on a square, we can also create it on a rectangle, we can create it on a ellipse, we can create it along any type of path you want. So really I can just copy and paste this, Command C, and I'm going again into type on the path around the circle, Command V, and we have our type along this circle path. Again, the same thing we can also do along a star. So we can take the star tool, we can create ourselves a star, and we can again go on to type on the path, select type on the path tool, and go and type something along a star. So it's whatever shape you want. You can also create a custom line by using the pen tool, or you can also use the pencil tool that you can find here in your tools as well. So I can create really a random type of shape, and I can create my type on a path along this shape. So I have to go again into my type on a path tool, click on my shape. Okay, all right, interesting. Okay, so I can really go ahead and create myself a custom path. Now let's go here into our preset that I've created for you all already. And again, you can see here is the beginning of my shape of my path, and here is the end, right? So I can determine also where is the middle. In the middle, I can move around this path, saying and the same thing you can also do with this thing, where you can basically drag it down to the bottom and arrange the path on the other side, on the other side of the path, right? So this is what we can do with this. And so I encourage you to use any kind of shape. You can use this path, but you can also use a circle or a rectangle or a star or whatever shape you prefer, right? So we can take this one. We can also move around the our proportions. We can turn it to the sides. We can create ourselves a copy of this. And now what we can do is we can create ourselves a nice cool quote post. So I would love to hear some suggestions for you for some quotes that you found were cool and fitting for this. So if you have some ideas, I'd love to know them. Again, meanwhile, I'm gonna go and share with you the Discord link. So for all of you who are just join us on bit.ly/AI Discord. And yeah, we are looking for a quote on the path quote. Okay, let's see what else. Can you be on both sides of the path simultaneously? No, but you can create yourself a copy. Holding Option, I'm creating myself a copy, and now I'm pulling it down, right? And then you can push it right next to the other path, and you can create yourself a simulation as if the paths are going along of each other. So that's possible. And now if we take a look at both of these paths, they're overlapping each other. So now we can kind of create type that looks as if it's on both sides of the path, but really it's two paths that we have, right? So you can do that. All right, so let's try it again. So usually I use the pen tool and I create myself a shape like this, like a stroke, and then I use the type on the path tool to type on top of that. Yeah, now it works. I don't know why it wasn't working earlier. So again, you can create yourself any type of shape, really. So you can go in here and get really crazy. Please, I'm still looking for a quote, so please put the quote into the chat. All right, okay. All right, sounds good. Rami's quote, yes, please, some quotes, please, in the chat. All right, so let me create a custom path again. So we can also create something like this, very, very crazy, something like that. And then we can go and type on a path and click on type on the path, and we can even, write along this crazy shape. We can also do something zigzaggy. So we can go and take our pen tool and we can create ourselves a crazy zigzag line, right? And then we can also use the type on the path tool to write along that one. So how cool is that? You can actually use typography to write on top of typography. So you can use a letter to create a quote on top of it. So that is also possible. Cool. April showers may bring May flowers. That's a good one. All right, let's do that one. All right, so we have already so many cool things here going on, but I'm gonna grab this path here, and I'm going to write on this, April showers bring May flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in 2 lines. The first line will say April showers, and the second line will say bring, or maybe we can even do 3 lines. Bring May flowers. Okay, May flowers. Okay, so now I can see this is quite extreme, you know, it's not very well legible. So what can I do to improve this? I can go into the direct selection tool and I can move the points of my path. So I can go in and take one of the points with the direct selection tool, and you can find that right after the underneath the regular selection tool. So I can go into any of these points and I can modify them. So I can put them lower, you know, I can modify all of this. It's all in my hands, and I have control over all of these things. So I definitely want to make it just a little bit more flat, and I can also work on the curve. And I can also just start over if I see, wow, you know what, this is taking too long. I can also just go in and create myself another custom path. So I'm gonna take that I have here, Command and C, and I'm gonna type it along this path here with Command and V. Now, if we have a situation like this where we have our words kind of starting out and then we don't have our quote fit into this, what we can do is, with the selection tool, type on the path, there we go. So what we can do is we can move this little part here that says, where is it? Okay, so this little line here, which kind of marks the beginning of our quote, we can push it back, and now we'll have more space for our quote, right? There we go. So May flowers bring April showers. So let's put that away a little bit, like so, and then we can kind of repeat this same shape, because why not? Then here we will say bring, there we go, and here we can say April showers. Right? Again, we have the same situation here where our quote doesn't quite fit into this. So what we can do is we can increase the size, and then we can decrease, we can use our eyedropper tool and copy the typeface size and character style from our other lines. Cool. So my friends, I want you to create something like this, please, and feel free to experiment, feel free to create multiple variations, like that. And here I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller, just like so. And of course you can modify the background. So I can click on the background. Let me move this away here so it doesn't disturb me. Okay, so we can modify the background by just clicking on it and then double clicking onto our background fill color. So here maybe I want to have something that has to do more with flowers, right? Because my quote is all about May flowers, but no, May flowers bring April showers. April showers bring May flowers. Okay, we need to turn that around like this so that it makes sense. And remember, we were talking about hierarchy and how it's important that, you know, the things that you're supposed to read first should be located further at the top and left side, right? So this is what we want to achieve here. We want to achieve good legibility, and we can also play with typefaces. So I can select these 3 lines, and I can go in and see what kind of, maybe I have a typeface that works better for this specific design, right? So maybe something like this. Why not? A little serif font. And then we can make this just a little bit bigger, and make sure to arrange it again. Make sure to arrange it so that we have all balanced out, that we don't have too much spacing around this. And of course, what I could do here is I could totally, you know, draw a flower and then put the type along the flower. That's, you know, up to you. You can create any shape you want and really get really creative with this. All right, what else? Any questions we have here? Discord channel. Okay, so this is our Discord channel. It's bit.ly/AI Discord. This is where you can share your work and see others' work too. Sometimes it's really exciting just to see what others came up with, right? And of course, what we also want to do is we want to post it later on. So let's see what color I can do here in my text, and I can also adjust the color here in my text. I can use my eyedropper tool. It's it's the key I on your keyboard, and I can copy this color that I have in the background, and right now I think it's set to transparency or something, but I can go in here and I can create a darker version of it, right? So it's nice and well legible, but also matches my my background a little bit, right? So we have these like purple and pink tones. I want to maybe see if I can find a better fitting typeface for this, maybe something a little bit more interesting. Let's see, Americana, that's a great one. I love that font. You can also look for fonts on fonts.adobe.com. If you go onto fonts.adobe.com, you can see there are a bunch of amazing fonts that you can use for your design. Here, let's say we want to write out flowers and we want to preview what our design would look like with our words approximately. So here, let's say I want to create something fun, right? We will have all of these amazing fonts. We also have can determine if we want something funky, which could also work for our design, because our design, you know, it can be anything that we really want. And I feel like this opaque would work super well for our quote, because it's very rounded and it almost reminds you of flowers. So I want to activate this one. This is how you activate the font to be available and accessible in your Illustrator. So once I have clicked activate font, I'm able to activate opaque in my Illustrator, and let's see if it's already here. So again, I'm going to select my text and I'm going to click here into my search function and look for opaque. And as you can see, it's already updated here in my Illustrator. I don't have to do any specific downloading, any specific you know, putting into any folders. So this is super easy, and fonts just makes it so easy for us designers, which I really love. Again, feel free to play around. You can also you know, you can also outline your quote, and if you select all of these and click Command Shift and O, you can outline it, and then you can go in and you can change the colors of the specific letters. That's also possible. If you want to do that, you definitely feel free to you know, just play around with it, have fun with it. This is what we're here for. We're here to have fun with our letters. This is all a typography based you know, work that we're creating. So typography should be fun. Typography work can, you know, can have a lot of experiment in it, and that's what we want to achieve, right? So look at this, how cool this looks. This already looks so much more like April showers bring May flowers. And feel free to add some illustration to it. Feel free to really play around with this. Maybe you'll notice, hey, you know what, maybe I can arrange it a little bit differently here. Maybe I can do something like this. Just make sure that the legibility stays good, right? So April showers bring May flowers. Maybe we can turn this just a little bit, or maybe we can even divide the words, and maybe we can create a nice reading flow like this one, something like that, because why not? Because we can, right? So something like this. There we go. So once we have our design ready, once we are ready to post, we can go in and we can go into File, Export, Export As, and then we can select Use Artboards, because I have set up this artboard for you to be able to export it and post it on your social media. So it has the perfect size, the perfect resolution, and everything that you need. If I go into the artboard tool, I will be able to see the exact size of this post, and it's 1080 by 1080. And this is a good size for us to post on social media. It's going to have good resolution, and it's going to be easy to upload. It's not going to be a heavy file. All right. William is saying there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Exactly. That's our motto here in the challenges. It's definitely all about experimenting, and you know, it's not about doing something right or wrong. It's more like trying out the different features, and it's all for you, for your future, so that you are able to use all of these features that that Illustrator has for your future projects. Right? Next time you will know that there is something like type on the path, and you will be able to maybe design the logo that's typed on the path. All right. Let me know in the chat if you all have any questions so far. You can edit the text on the path if that's what you're asking. Yes, definitely. You can totally convert the text into Yes, you can convert the path. So let's say we're gonna take this one as an example. Right now, this is live text, so I can go in and I can still, you know, adjust it to whatever I need. But then I can also outline it, as I was mentioning, Command Shift and O, and now you have vectors. Now you have all of these letters that you can move around. But to keep kind of this flow going, I would not move them around too much. Maybe you wanna just like address certain words. So let's say you wanna move it to something like this. But I would not move the letters by itself, because that will take out the feel that something is typed on a path. Okay, what is the PC shortcut to separate the letters? That's a good question. Control Shift and O, yeah. Okay, Randall, thank you so much. Okay, cool. You're welcome, you told me that quote. Okay, yes, I love Bob Ross. Bob Ross is awesome, and he's such an inspiration for me in terms of teaching art or design. Well, he was an art teacher, but or I'm not sure if he's still alive. Oops. But anyway, so let's export our post and let's post it into our Discord channel, and let's see what else the others came up with. Maybe if you're fast, you will be able to see your post in the timeline right now when I export mine and post it there. Okay, cool. So don't forget to click on use artboards, because otherwise Illustrator will export all of your workspace and all of these things that I've created around my artboard that I don't want to export because it's too much chaos. I really don't want to post that. So make sure to click onto use artboards, and then you can name your file and make sure to put it into the folder that you want to put it into, and then you just click export. And here we'll get some additional settings. Our resolution doesn't have to be as high. We can set it to medium. 150 pixels per inch is more than enough for us. Background color, if you don't have any background color, I would set it to white. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter what you put here, because my background is filled with color. So either way, it will have the same result. All right, so I'm clicking OK, and now I'm able to post my work into the Discord channel. And let's go into our challenge hashtag right here where it says feedback. I'm going up here, and look what we have. We got some amazing work here already posted. Cool. So I'm going to simply drag and drop my work from my file. Let's see if I have that here. Okay, so I'm gonna click a plus, and I will have to search for it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it on my other window real quick, so you don't have to look through my whole chaotic library of files. Yeah, I'm trying to organize it, but sometimes, you know, sometimes it's not that easy, especially if you have so many projects going on. All right, so I got my file. This is what it looks like. I got my file, right? And I can simply take the file and drag and drop this into my browser, right? So here I already have my file basically uploaded, and I can add a comment, which will be my challenge of today. And then I'm going to put a little flower into it, if we have any flowers. Let's see, flower, flower, flower. Yes, there we go, a little flower, and upload. Cool. April showers bring May flowers. Awesome. So I have my challenge updated, and thank you so much. I already see some cool reactions here. Awesome. So this is the channel again, bit.ly/AI Discord. Make sure to post your work. If you end up posting it on Instagram, I would love to see it, and please tag me. Please tag AI Daily Challenge as a hashtag, And I'm super excited to see what you all come up with our amazing quote. And of course, feel free to use this preset for your future Instagram posts. Definitely free to use for whatever you wish. You have my permission. I have created this work and I give you the permission to use it royalty free. So this also relates to all of the different files that I prepped for you, the starter files. Feel free to use them in any way you want. And cool. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. All right. Allowed to post on Discord something more rock and roll than usual. Of course, yes, you can design your own post and design the color palette and everything that has to do with your post. You can feel free to make it your own, make it rock and roll, make it vintage, make it whatever you want it to be. And all right, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Feel free to tag me on Discord, feel free to tag me on Instagram. And I'm excited to see what you all come up with. Make sure to stay tuned for the next stream. I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.